What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video I have another unboxing. These are the other two models from the Aviation Expo haul that have showed up. What's interesting about this is that these were shipped out right at the start of the week, first thing Monday morning, and it's a Wednesday, and they got here. So it said it was going to be here by the end of the week, but hey, Postal Service moved pretty quickly with this box. So two models that I had my friend take back with me so he could ship them out. We have the ANA L1011. This is in the old livery. And then the other one is one that the same friend also had in his collection, but I got alongside a model for him. Let me get it out. Yeah, I didn't cut it all the way. The slot was just big enough for the TriStar box to slip through, but not for the second one. That's going to be the Philippines 777-300ER with the 75th anniversary sticker. Now, the only reason why I got this one was because of the A350 that I got for my friend. This was only 30 bucks as well, so 60 total for those two Philippine models. I figured, why not? It's 30 bucks, I might as well get it. So go ahead and start with the NG example, the L1011 for ANA. The Japanese retro models, not exactly a primary focus right now, especially for the East Asia collection, but every now and again, if there's some good that pops up, why not? We'll take it. And I love the old livery that ANA has. This will be my first model with it. So you have the TriStar logo there and there. There's the old All Nippon Airways logo, image of the plane. Then we have a little O1. I think that's the fleet code. There's the old logo down there again. Registration Juliet Alpha 8501. NG logo, 1:400 scale collectible models. Die-cast metal. And yeah, it looks like the box got a little bit beaten up. So hopefully the model's okay on both. And they were fast with shipping, so hopefully that didn't mean the handling quality was compromised in any way. So let's pop this out. Now I think there is, not a card in this, unfortunately. But I think this was an older release before they even did the cards anyway. So there we go. ANA TriStar. She arrived in one piece. I haven't taken this one out yet. But that is super nice. Love this thing. Like I said, the East Asia retro stuff, not going to be a huge focus, but every now and again, if there's some good that pops up and it's a good deal, I figured, what the heck, we'll do it anyway. So let's take a look at this beauty. ANA L1011 with the old livery, not the current-ish livery, but the old one. I figured this one would be a little more appropriate since this is very much distinguishable from the current branding that they've used with some revisions over the years for the past, I don't know how long, I think since like the 90s they've had it, I want to say. There's the black tip on the nose cone, cockpit windows, there's that fleet code there once again. A little bit of some text right there, I can't read what that says, but it looks like some kind of writing. L1 door, there's the All Nippon Airways titles up top, one antenna. There's I believe these are Rolls-Royce engines, which, yep, they are. It should be the RB211s, one of the variants that the TriStars had. L2 door, and there's the L3 door, and the very slim rear door. Juliet Alpha 8501, then we have the TriStar titles on the engine, and then the very lovely blue. I like the blue that ANA used on this livery. But there's the All Nippon Airways Company Limited logo with the, not sure what that is there in the middle. And then on the other side, there's the luggage doors, looking great. And you have that little door down there as well, but it does not have that extra fairing like on my PSA example, which had the lounge in the lower level of the aircraft. But these ones did not have it. It was only those PSA ones that got the little lounge under there. Great model from NG. Happy to add this one. My first retro ANA model. And certainly won't be the last either, so can't wait to add more as they become available. Okay, so let's do the other model now. This is the Gemini Jets 1:400 scale Philippine Airlines Boeing 777-300ER with the 75th anniversary sticker. Now it looks like this box got kind of opened for me as a result of the shipping process. But there we go. And like I said, I got this one only because the one Philippines model I got for my friend, this was also in that same batch, and I'm like, why not? He's already got this one. If you saw massive unboxing, I think it was 22 last year, we did unbox that model. So happy to have this one for myself, even though it's got a sticker that doesn't exist anymore. I don't really mind the sticker that much, I figured. Now I've got two Philippine 333s. I don't know what I'll do with them. And we do have a little postcard here from Dreamliner Fan. I put this in here. This is the picture that he took of the Super Bowl 60 flyover at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. You have the B-1 that's leading the formation. He flew this right over the stadium at the end of the national anthem with Charlie Puth singing it. I think it's the best national anthem that's been done at the Super Bowl since, I know the Whitney Houston one, I don't remember which Super Bowl that was. That one's also highly praised as one of the best in Super Bowl history. So a little bit of sports info for you there, since I'm kind of a sports guy as well when I'm not doing aviation. All right, look at that. Cool. Again, I don't know what I'll do with this one, but I guess if I want to do Manila, I'm one step closer to that because now I have two 333s. And then I have the A350-900. I've got a 1000 as well. I have a 321 Neo, but I don't have a 330-300 still. I couldn't find one at the show because those things are very hard to find anyway. So hopefully at some point, one will pop up somewhere. I was hoping to see one at Expo, but like I said, none were available. So we will have to make do. But at least I did walk away with a Philippine Airlines model, a new one for the collection. This lovely 333 by Gemini that, again, I don't know what I'll do. I'm going to keep the sticker on it. I'm not going to use any sort of paint remover tools to get rid of it because that would ruin the integrity of the model. So I'll leave it as is. So here we go. Let's take a look. Nose cone, cockpit windows. There's the fleet code on the nose gear door. The nose gear itself, which is very tall. This is a 2016 release. L1 door. Then we have the Philippines titles just above the window line. There's the GE90s looking fantastic. And then, yep, old mold, so you have that giant cradle in there. And then more of the passenger boarding doors. There's that 75th anniversary sticker back there. Boeing 777-300ER, registration is Romeo Papa-Charlie 7773. And then there's the Philippines flag back there, along with the very lovely Sunriser tail, which turns 40 this year. Should have done a special livery to commemorate that, but maybe when it turns 50, if they keep the livery another decade, they might do that too. Right side, there's some luggage doors on here. And then, oh, look at that rudder detail. That's very nice. Never noticed that, but the red color makes it really pop. Underneath, Gemini Jets logo, registration on the underside and the top side with the overwing exit markings and also those black stripes as present on the 300ERs. So there we go. Those are the two models, the leftovers from Aviation Expo that did not make it into the initial unboxing. And these arrived much faster than I thought. I was planning on these arriving not until after I uploaded the massive unboxing from it, so this one's a little bit behind schedule. I know, yeah, another little bonus item. This was given to me by a friend, a little plain sticker patch. It's a little paper craft thing for $2 it looks like, but very cool item in there either way. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed the Aviation Expo unboxing. Stay tuned for more Aviation Expo content to come. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.